but I'm known as Ronic in the showbiz. Because God has been so grateful to me and has been so good and faithful. And in order for me to praise Him, I think I have to do something that will always draw me closer to Him. That is why I chose gospel. Yeah, Marian songs, because it has a whole lot. I was in the boarding house when a lot of people started criticizing the Catholics, especially this Marian name, because they think we serve Mary, but that is not true. We rather honor her. And there is another thing that also happened in my life concerning the Virgin Mary, because I once fell sick. In fact, I went to so many hospitals. I took a whole lot of drugs. I did everything that I was supposed to do, but yes, I wasn't getting cured. So I visited some woman around Dansoman, and then when I went to the woman's house, I saw a whole lot of rosaries and books concerning the Virgin Mary. And by then I had even stopped the Catholic Church, because I was told the Catholics have been worshipping Mary. So I had to leave from that church, and I attended some other church. So when I saw all those things, in fact, I started questioning the woman that how come you have rosary all over, in her bathroom, in her kitchen, everywhere you go, you find rosary around. So I started questioning her, and she told me a whole lot about the Virgin Mary, and she even told me there was a program coming on at Cathedral called Hour of Grace. They talk about Mary and they pray through the Virgin Mary to intercede on their behalf. So I should follow her. I listened anyway, but in fact I didn't want to go because I didn't want to hear anything about the Virgin Mary. But I had no choice, because I was staying with an auntie who is also a very strong Catholic. So I had to go the following day. I went, and then exactly 12 o'clock we went, because the program starts from that time. We went, and everything they did I was monitoring, but I wasn't really putting myself into what was going on. But later I felt something within me, and then I started following what they were doing. So later I went and knelt in front of the statue of the Virgin Mary, and then I prayed. I said, I really want to experience all the things that they've been saying about you. So I am praying through you to tell your son Jesus to heal me from this sickness. And surprisingly, it worked. I prayed, and from that very week I started seeing changes, and then I became okay. So I realized there is something very good in this Virgin Mary. Just like sometimes we need something from our mothers and we go to them and maybe they are trying to say no, but when you go to your grandmother and you talk, something like that. So it worked out, and from that time I said, no, I am really going to sing. I am really going to do something to tell the whole world that the Virgin Mary rather intercedes on our behalf. So we can even pray through her, but it doesn't mean you are worshiping her. We are just honoring her and then also asking her to be interceding on our behalf. So I am doing the Marian song because of what I went through, because of the experience I had. I prayed through her. I asked her to talk to the Son for me, and what I asked for really came out successfully. So if I'm doing Marian song, it is nothing but just to preach to the whole world that the Catholics do not worship the Virgin Mary, but we rather Anna. The things I see and hear from people in life and the challenges I've been going through in life are the things that inspires me. Daughters of Loyal Jesus, Lady Talata and Apostle Jepun. I remember I was a kid when I saw these people singing on the television, and I was so happy. What I saw them doing really inspired me. So I told God, I really want to be like these people when I grow up. And lo and behold, it has come to pass. Yeah, apart from gospel music, I am also in the health sector and I'm into partnership with Faron Firms. No. Because I am still searching. Actually, I started singing since childhood, but professionally, it is 8 years now. I will say no and I will say yes, because I came out with a first album which didn't really move, but I was able to do something, and there is something I really want to achieve. As I've already said, I want to preach to the whole world that we don't worship Mary, but we honor her. It really didn't move, and in order to hammer on it, I've come out with another one which I have added some of the first one to it. So I wouldn't say no and I wouldn't say yes, but let me say it's my second album. Yeah. And Fire of Mentor 3 film. My target is to see myself going international, so preaching to the whole world that we all need to honor the Virgin Mary, because she is our mother and she is the queen of the universe. No, and never, because the Lord I serve has been so good to me, and nothing is going to make me regret doing gospel music. Yeah, my greatest challenge has been financial stuff, because going to the studio, you have to book by paying first, and then even after you are done with the music, for you to come out with the video is a whole lot of money. After the music, I had a problem with the video because I had no money. So I came out with an idea that I will make few copies of the CDs and then try to talk to some of the priests to allow me in the church to sell out the CDs to the congregation in order for me to get something to go and shoot the video. And in fact, it was a hell, because it wasn't easy, because the Catholics, we have a pattern that we follow. You don't just go in and then change anything. So sometimes for you to get a chance to even talk to them inside the church is a problem. Some of the fathers will allow you, some too will say no. We have programmed everything. So after the service, then you stay outside and then you play the song for the congregation to buy. And that one alone was a hell, because after the church, many of them were already tired and they wanted to go home. Even though we were playing the song outside, people will come, they look on the CD, okay, then they leave. So the first time we went to Tema, all the way from Kaswa to Tema, and I was able to sell just 1 CD. You can imagine transportation, even how I got the money to make the copies was a problem. I had to get money from my manager, promising him that after the congregation I was going to get something to pay him back. I finished and I really had to talk to him to understand. I kept on moving from one church to the other, but God being so good, it wasn't easy when I started, but I went to some of the churches, and in fact God really glorified himself. Places like Holy Family, Olibu, Behe. In fact, those places really encouraged me because they pushed me. They helped me with money, and I was able to come out with something to shoot the video. And even when you go on set too, sometimes lights going off, a whole lot. If I say I'm going to talk about the challenges, I wouldn't finish. But even though there has been a whole lot of challenges, God has also been so good to me. What I do is, anytime I am off duty from the health sector, I try to talk to my parish priest to talk on my behalf to the other parishes, so that they allow me in to sell some of the CDs to enable me to get something to take it out for the videos and the audios. Oh yes, for that show, I am hoping that, God willing, when things work out, I will try to help the lady to put a smile on their faces. Yeah, what I would say to them is, especially to those who want to also enter into the music industry, it is not easy, but you don't have to give up. What you have to really do is to pray, and then make sure you have the passion, because without the passion you cannot do it. But sometimes the things that you are even going to see and to hear can even make you lose hope. But when you have passion and you always pray to your God, God will always be on your side to help you to bring out the talent in you. So the best I can tell them is to be prayerful and have passion for what they want to do. It's Faron Film.